tune. Medicine say the chime, melody rain on asphalt.
Yeah. Poison in the air, venom in the street. They smiled in my face while they poured it in the well. Now they wonder why I turned immune. You made the environment, now you gotta breathe it. Let's go! Woke up in the belly with the venom run stick. Snake in the grass, watch him slither real quick. Silver tongue devils making deals in the dark. Every handshake left an acid burn more mark. I was down in the gutter taking hits to the chest. Learned real early how to handle the pest. Turned all the bitterness straight into a weapon. Now every single corner is a trap that they step in. Counted up the losses where they plotted my defeat. Never run the game from the gutter to the street. Black tint window on the armor plated ride. Keep the demons locked safe on the other side. Paranoia heavy, keep my finger on the pin. Never let a stranger see the state that I'm in. Chemical reaction when you push me to the edge. Signed it in blood on a razor blade ledge. Files on the table, smoke in the room. Dancing in the shadow of impending doom. They brought the poison, but I drank the whole cup. Now watch the toxic wave swallow right them up. Toxic, venom when I'm deep in the vein. Turn every dose right into the game. Sick, breathing in the hazardous fumes. Walking through the city with the danger blooms. No antidote coming, no cure for the fight. Rain like a monster in the middle of the night. Got the whole circle of the fakes in the dust. Toxic empire, ain't nobody to trust. Ready to stab. I seen brothers fold over paper and pride. Left all the morals on the passenger side. Now I move silent like a frog in the mist. Got a long memory and an iron fist. Feeding off the malice that they do when my name turned all their hatred to a roaring flame. No remorse in my blood, no pity in my eye. Watched every bridge that they built for the fire. You can hear the bass rattle in the concrete floor. Every arm syndicate right at your door. They thought I would break underneath for the strain. Now I'm the disease and the cure for the pain. Calculated moves on a broken chessboard. Taking every ground that they couldn't afford. Files on the table. Smoke in the room. Dancing in the shadow of impending doom. They brought the poison, but I drank the whole cup. Now watch the toxic wave swallow one more. Venom I'm deep in the vein. Turn every dose right into the game. Jamming on the rest of this fool. Walking through the city with a danger bloom. No antidote coming, no cure for the bite. Rain like a monster in the middle of the night. Cut the whole circle of the fakes in the dust. Toxic empire, and nobody to trust.
Drums abruptly drop out. Deep, grating distorted industrial baseline pulses. Slowly, distant warning klaxons and heavy robotic percussion build up. Tempo drops to a crushing, slow halftime stomp. Shivers turn delivery.
You tried to poison the soil. You thought I'd wither away. Look at me now. I grew out of the contaminated ground. I am the poison. Hit the switch! Straight out the quarantine. Breaking the seal, showing these cowards how the real power feel. Toxicity dripping all over the track. Never took a step that I gotta take back. Heavyweight killer in a biosuit armor. Never was a victim, turned into the trauma. Locked down the block with an ironclad rule. Only smart players, no room for a fool. Stood in the epicenter with the past. Took all the lessons I learned from the past. Look at the skyline covered in green. Call us that doesn't that you ever say. Toxic, then I'm running deep in the vein. Turned every dose right into the game. Sick, breathing in the hazardous fumes. Walking through the city with the danger bloom. No antidote coming, no cure for the fight. Rain like a monster in the middle of the night. Got the whole circle of the fakes in the dust. Toxic empire, ain't nobody to trust. No cure. No antidote. You made me this way. Into the fumes. Pure toxic.
A slow, eerie music box.
They like to dance around the danger. Test the temperature. See how hot it gets. Don't reach into the furnace if you can't take the heat. Once the spark catches, the whole block burns down. Light it up! Walking through the smoke with a heart made of stone, built an entire kingdom on the foundation of bone. They watch the flames flicker, try to step inside my space. Never knew the devil had a cold poker face. Counted every penny when the winter was freezing. Now I turn the heat up just to give them a reason. Foot heavy on the gas, let the tailpipes glow. Shadows in the rearview, moving fast, moving slow. I don't play both sides, I don't want it for peace. Unleash the whole pack, take the chain off the beast. Steel in my grip, keep the perimeter locked. Never miss a second on the tactical clock. They wanted all the glory with no pain in the test. Left the trail of embers burning deep in my chest. Cross the borderline, watch the wire detonate. Saw my own name on the book of my fate. Gasoline pour, strike a match on the wall. Watch the pretenders take a 10-story fall. Told them stay back, but they reach for the wire. Now they gotta learn what it means to play with fire. Play with fire, burn it down to the edge. Run the whole city, turning power to cash. Play with fire, let the furnace ignite. Walking through the blaze in the dead of the night. No water gonna save you when the fuel hits the floor. Ironclad gates kick right through the door. Red heat rising, taking everything higher. Never test the boss when you play with fire. Line up still, cutting deep in the dark. Every single battlefield left behind a permanent mark. They whisper in the shadows, trying to cook up a scheme. Woke up in the furnace of a nightmare dream. I see big empires crumble down from a spark. Gotta keep your eyes open, hunting out in the dark. Never show weakness, keep the temperature high. Look them in the eye, watch the promises die. Stack the money tall till it touches the ceiling. Numb to the cold, I don't care what they feeling. Trained in the danger, made a home in the blaze. Cutting through the static in the kerosene haze. Step to the king, you get burned on the spot. Every single lesson that I learned in the lot. No retreat, no surrender, put the pressure in gear. Turning all the pride into absolute fear. Gasoline pour, strike a match on the wall. Watch the pretenders take a 10-story fall. Told them stay back, but they reach for the wild. Now they gotta learn what it means to play with fire. Play with fire, burn it down to the edge. Run the whole city, turning power to cash. Play with fire, let the furnace ignite. Walking through the blaze in the dead of the night. No one's gonna save you when the fuel hits the floor. Ironclad gates kick right through the door. Red heat rising, taking everything higher. Never test the boss when you play with fire. You wanted the heat. Now you're standing in the center of the inferno. Ain't no exits when the walls are made of flame. Burn it all. Burn it all. From the furnace I emerge in the heat, cracking the pavement that is under my feet. Never broke a sweat when the flames started rising. Built for the pressure, ain't no compromise in it. Heavyweight champion inside of the cage. Turned all the struggle into absolute rage. You can call the brigade, you can sound the alarm. Walk through the napalm and I take no harm. Ironclad made a pie with the dust. Only my circle is the people I trust. They wanted war, now they swim in the flame. Ashed in the gold is the weight of my name. Play with fire. Burn it down, burn it down to the edge. Run the whole city, turning power to cash. Play with fire, let the furnace ignite. Walking through the blaze in the dead of the night. No water's gonna save you when the fuel hits the floor. Ironclad gates kick right through the door. Red heat rising, taking everything higher. Never test the boss when you play with fire. Dust to dust. Told you not to touch the flame. Now there's nothing left standing. Play with fire. go looking for the storm, you find it. Truth is, the storm was waiting outside my window. Born inside the friction, raised in the crossfire. If you want static, you found it. Let's go. Black hoodie pulled tight, stepping out in the fog. Grew up in the pound with the top tier dogs. Every alley got a story that the city won't tell. Walking razor thin lines from be heaven and hell. Counting every scrape, turn a bruise to a badge. Nothing in this life that I couldn't just snatch. Heavy iron frame resting right by my hip. Told the whole crew never loosen the grip. Paranoia knocking on the back of my soul. Never let the edge of the blade get dull. Look into the mirror, see the shadow of the fight. Turning pitch black in a high beam light. They wanted easy money, had to pay with the fee. Ain't a single soul in the street checking me. Pressure on the throttle, watch the dial go red. Sleep with one eye open right beside my bed. Shadows creeping up against the high brick wall, waiting for the heavyweight empire to fall. Hear the heavy footsteps walking through the rubble. Knock upon the door, now you face real trouble. Trouble in the street, trouble in the lane. Heavyweight crown built inside of the pain. Trouble on the block, trouble in the air. Step inside the circle if you really wanna dance. No surrender, no retreat, we don't back down. Our class syndicate running this town. Lights flashing blue, turning everything double. Look into my eyes, yeah, you looking at trouble. I seen big talkers turn to ghosts in a flash. Trading all the loyalty for quick time cash. Never trust a snake when the grass cut low. Keep my circle small and the movement slow. Midnight maneuvers on the interstate road. Every single shipment carry heavy duty load. I don't make promises I can't maintain. It's my reputation in the pouring rain. They plotting in the corner trying to coordinate a raid. Walking right into the ambush I made. Still reinforced from the floor to the roof. Never need words when the work is the proof. Stack another brick on the fortress wall. Standing 10 toes when the titans fall. Hear the bass rattle in the cage of the beast. Brought my own seat to the top of the feast. Shadows creeping up against the high brick wall. Waiting for the heavyweight empire to fall. Hear the heavy footsteps walking through the rubble. Knock upon the door, now you face real trouble. Trouble in the street, trouble in the lane. Heavyweight crown built inside of the pain. Trouble on the block, trouble in the air. Step inside the circle if you really wanna dance. No surrender, no retreat, we don't back down. Ironclad syndicate running this town. Lights flashing blue, turning everything double. Look into my eyes, yeah, you looking at trouble. You thought trouble was a warning sign? Nah. Trouble is the cost of doing business. And today, the bill is overdue. Allah! Out of the smoke, I emerge in the dark. Every single shot leave a permanent mark. Never been shaken by the noise of the threat. Trained for the battle in the blood and the sweat. Armored up tight with the crew on the flank. Moving real weight from the curb to the bank. They called for a truce, but the treaty denied. Left all the weakness on the other divide. Look at the skyline covered in red. Heavy is the monster that the struggle has fed. King of the jungle taking over the throne. Built up an empire from ash and bone. Every corner, every block, you asked for it, now deal with it. Pure trouble. Yes, Lord. Yeah, preacher told me there's a light at the end of the road. Guess I took a dark turn miles ago. Save your prayers for somebody looking for redemption. I made my bed in the fire, let's ride. Black raincoat, walking down an empty strip. Cold iron tucked against the side of my hip. Neon light flickering through dirty glass panes, washing off the blood in the midnight rains. I seen good men break under heavy white flags, traded in the honor for a couple paper bags. Not me, still firm in the dead of the frost. Never shed a tear for the bridges I crossed. Told the reaper take a seat, I got business to run. Never put my head down, staring right at the gun. Counted every enemy that smiled at my plate. Never locked the dead balls on the iron plated gate. Pressure in my lungs while my heart beats slow. Moving through the valley where the dead grass grow. Give away my mercy to the concrete ground. Now the king wears armor and a stone cold crown. Church bells ringing through the heavy city fog. Cup lines drawn for the underdog. Save your breath, don't whisper my name too deep in the mud, too far in the game. Can't be saved, I belong to the night. Sold my soul to the struggle and the fight. Can't be saved, put the cross in the dirt. Built my whole throne out of hunger and heart. No white light at the end of this road. Carrying the empire's crushing load. Walk through the graveyard, payment paid. Don't reach your hand out, I can't be saved. I can't be saved. Look into my eyes, ain't no innocence left. Calculate, master with a silent theft. Turned every nightmare to a working blueprint. Left a crater in the dirt with every single footprint. They wanted confessions, but the lips stayed sealed. Took another scar on the battlefield. Whispers in the dark, try to plot my descent. Every single dime is an empire spent. No holy water gonna wash these hands. Rule with an iron fist over these lands. They preach about forgiveness from a high glass tower while I'm down in the dirt, clan a lot of real power. Cut off the parasites, reaching my drive. Cold-blooded animal built to survive. Set the perimeter, loaded the clip. Never let a rookie see the flagship. Church bells ringing through the heavy city fog. Chalk lines drawn for the underdogs. Save your breath, don't whisper my name too deep in the mud, too far in the game. Can't be saved, I belong to the night. Sold my soul to the struggle and the fight. Can't be saved, put the cross in the dirt. Built my whole throne out of hunger and hurt. No white light at the end of this road. Carrying the empire's crushing load. Walk through the graveyard, payment paid. Don't reach your hand out, I can't be saved. They pray for my soul. They think I'm lost. I know exactly where I am. I conquered the dark. Snare roll builds into a thunderous 808 drop. Unleash it! Born in a wretched, baptized in a suit. Crushing every obstacle under my foot. Never ask for mercy from a man or a beast. Set the whole table, now I run a whole feast. Heavyweight killer when the gloves come off. Told the whole city that the talk is real soft. Lumber proof phantom moving through the gray smoke. Laughed at the danger like a sick, twisted joke. 10 toes planted on the edge of the pit. Took every blow and I never would quit. They can hold a vigil when the daylight fade. I'm the executioner of debts unpaid. Can't be saved, I belong to the night. Sold my soul to the struggle and the fight. Can't be saved, put the cross in the dirt. Built my whole throne out of hunger and hurt. No white light at the end of this road. Carrying the empire's crushing load. Walk through the graveyard, payment done. Don't reach your hand out, I can't